Welcome again to my channel, LR Retro. Today, we will review the next chapter of Grappler Baki, the prehistoric Pickle arc. It's the chapter where Hanma Baki used his most devastating technique against a prehistoric man. But what kind of scary technique will he use? Let's find out. But first, please know that you can buy the new Grappler Baki volume collections, Baki the Grappler Season 1 and 2 DVDs, and Bandai's Grappler Baki figurine on the link on the description below. By buying, you can help the channel grow and release more Baki videos. Please subscribe and let's begin. The chapter starts inside the Karakuan underground arena. While being attacked by Pickle, Hanma Baki is thinking, "I have been alive for 18 years. With unwavering resolve, I have stayed alive. In order to win against the strongest creature to walk this planet. Hanma Yujiro. Chasing after that back. But why? Why? What am I thinking? Reasoning. Am I searching for justification to fight him? Beating him. Was it not revenge for my mother? Right. 4 years ago. Hate. Hatred. Longing. No, it's not. What would I yearn for? There's only one thing I know for sure. Hanma Yujiro's strength. Completely undeniable. Strength that is completely against questioning or understanding. Absolute strength, in some ways or meaning. With only raw emotions. Step by step, I have chased this back. I have trained and prepared myself to take his fist. I imagine his speed. That is why. If it is this much, I can avoid it. These deadly attacks that, with just a touch, will result in a bad outcome. I can dodge them. At the last moments. It's more effective. Retsu then commented. He starts to dodge quickly. Very close. Getting closer more and more. Only at the very last moments. At first, there is a bit of a distance from contact. Then the distance is reduced, barely avoiding contact. Finally, he dodges at a hair's breadth. Instead of martial arts or fighting arts. The fight looks like a matador fight. It looks like a dance. Pickle then thinks. I have seen all types of speed. On the ground. In the water. In the air. Again today. Another first experience. Speed that has surpassed the concept of speed itself. Rather than saying he avoided him. You should say slipped through. A memory flashes through Pickle's mind. At first, half of it was just for fun. I just wanted to catch it on a whim. However, I realized it would not be that easy. In the moment that I caught you in my hands. After opening it, you were not there. At that time, I quickly realized that in this world, there are creatures which can just pass straight through you. The father of practical karate, Masoyama. He once preached this. I've taken many punches. Many kicks. Many knees. Elbows. Blows. Metal pipes. Stones. Knives. As closely as possible. Closer. Just a small margin away. That is the way I've disposed of everything thrown at me. In one instance, during an everyday practice match. At the heat of battle, it was said that this occurred. He just passed through me. His body just seemed to go through me. Of course, such an incident isn't possible. Within that fleeting moment, where the opponent's mind is focused on the attack, he slips past him and winds up behind his opponent. His blocks, dodges, steps. Train till there is absolutely no wasted movement, which will allow you to spin around the opponent and even appear to slip past him. Pickle then thinks, this human. Just how many paranormal magics will he use? Retsu Kaio then commented. This much? Baki's martial arts has progressed to this level? Could I even do that? Arachi Dappo. Acclaimed as a martial arts god. Shibakawa Goki. Said to be a walking figurehead of martial arts. Even my master. Strongest master of Chinese Kenpo, Kaku Kaio. Even those three. Could they imitate that? Then we see Hanma Baki, barely dodging every single strike of the prehistoric man. It isn't really odd that Pickle was baffled. The opponent that he couldn't even touch. Hanma Baki. Was right between his thighs. As if his hand was holding a saber. That hand sunk right into what hangs at the thighs. Piercing deep into his vitals. Baki made a smashing sound. A premonition hit. A sense of the oncoming pain. Just as people bang their small toes on something. Even when they get kicked. The few seconds before the pain sets in. Those few seconds, the brain has a forewarning of the great pain to come. Then comes the pain, which matches up correctly with that feeling. Just as I thought. It freaking hurts. The small windows which the gods gave us. The time to build up resolve. In the past twice. Within my past experiences, those 2 times. It's coming. Excruciating pain. From the feeling of impact and the shockwave, I can tell it comes. Here it is. Just as I thought. No. It is even worse. The pain is so intense that Pickle uncontrollably rolls on the ground with agony. The spectators then commented. Oh. Well, that worked well. That is right. Any hit to the testicle is a surefire shot. But, being so small as they are. Such damage. Small balls. That assumption is an error. I'll declare it here. The testicles are internal organs. They are fragile. When being supplied, they reside inside. When cooling, they come forth. Weak. They are very weak. The heart, liver, kidney, and the brain are just as weak. However, they are protected by tough muscle and bone. The brain has the skull. However, the testicles must be separated from the body to preserve the insides. It has been tasked with a great responsibility. With just a thin layer of skin preserving it. It is left in such a defenseless position. Imagine if just the heart was hanging itself from there, with just a layer of skin protecting it. During a fight, just how much of a weak point it is. I'm convinced. Replied by Takugawa. It looks like it is over. No. It is not over. That bastard fell over with a good expression on his face. Whether they stand back up or stay down. When they get hit, it is in that moment that it shows whether it is. I got hit, forgive me. Or. The Packer did it now, unforgivable. Within that fleeting moment of falling. The intentions of getting up will show on his face. The expression that Pickle showed us a moment ago. It's far from just standing up. Baki really done it this time. Looks like. Both began to shiver. Baki felt Pickle's genuine feelings. One from anxiety. And the other is from sheer anger. What do you think of this chapter? Do you think the prehistoric man will do something unexpected? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to Stranger Dragons Prevail, Francois, The Real Zurvan, A Patrian of the Uts, Jacket, Johnny Might, JJF, OK, Vega Punk, Isam Harris, Awesome Swayable, Trond Becker, Will, Thomas West, Casey, Dead Fox 0606, John Vinovich, Ahmed Zoyer, Joshua Ash, Aiden, Mars Kane, Claudio Aguilera, Francisco Carrillo, Jaden Robinson, Carlos Rios, Reiner Braun, Tarek Abujaber, and Brennan. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Xian. I will put a link in the description below. Our next video will be about the ultimate form of Pickle. Stay tuned.